Are you based in Houston?
We back, y'all. Part two. It was getting hot and heavy, but we got about 15 more minutes with Big Brother Ilya Rashad Muhammad. And you were talking about Sister Ava and how she was breaking down just how America, I guess, or whatever nation may send a rover up to Mars, and they getting real excited about finding some dirt and some maybe a little ice where they say, well, there's water, and then they get excited. Uh, Continue on with that, big brother.
Yes. And Sister Ava was sharing, she gave an example to me. She was like, imagine somebody coming to our planet and they landed in somewhere like the Mojave or the Sahara Desert. Well, if that's all you got to go by, then all you can report back is some rocks and stuff like that.
Right.
Well, similarly, this could be the case with Mars. But even with what they have already sent and were able to obtain from their explorations of the red planet, the scientists, are already assuming and acknowledging that water and life either may have or does exist.
Right.
But of course, the Honorable Elijah Muhammad already gave us the heads up. He even gave us some descriptions as to the people on Mars. Notice I said people. Because they are what I guess in science we would call of humanoid type being.
Right.
He referred to them as our brothers and sisters. They don't look just like us, but they are a type of original people who are just acclimated to their respective planet. They are much taller. They, of course, they have a different type of vegetation and things that they live by, and they live much longer, you know, comparatively speaking, Earth years.
Right.
He even shared something about their nature and how even though we on Earth as humans are much more advanced than any of the life forms on the other planets, he did mention that the people of Mars are at least more in tune with their nature.
Right.
And because they're more in tune with their nature, you know, they can live a certain way and do things a certain way. Now, I may have heard or read somewhere, I'm getting things mixed up right now, where I think they have the ability to reflect light where they can make themselves pretty much invisible to a certain degree.
Right.
I might have to get back with you on that,
Right.
I think that's one of the characteristics that they are able to demonstrate because they are more in tune with their nature.
Right.
Even though we are much more advanced, much more intelligent in words, they are in tune with their nature. So these are just some of the things that the Honorable Elijah Muhammad taught us about life and life forms on other planets.
Right.
The ones on Mars, we are taught, are more humanoid, if you will.
Right. Yeah, you took the thought right out of my head when you said, because I had read too where the messenger referred to them as our brothers and sisters on Mars. And that's a beautiful. I'm just one of them sci-fi nerd type of dude. I love hearing about stuff like that. One more quick question. When you think about the wheel, we notice how we see like it may shoot up, and then all of a sudden it can go up this way, and then shoot go this way. So it has some real crazy movements that this world crafts are not able to duplicate. I want to talk about that, but also I wanted to ask you, do you know of the flight range, the travel range of the wheels? Because when you mentioned about Master Fard Muhammad having pictures of Mars, I know NASA and all this world's technology, they'll say it's going to take us X amount of decades to get to this planet if we did have a craft. Is the wheel able to go to these planets quicker, or they have to bypass all that light years and all that?
Right,
A long
right.
question, but I'm curious about that.
Boy, good question. And the Honorable Elijah Muhammad made it plain that this wheel can go anywhere in space that it wants. Those are almost his exact words. I have it listed verbatim in our book, UFOs and the Nation of Islam.
Right.
But he said that they can go anywhere in space that they want.
Wow.
And part of the reason is because this wheel creates its own atmosphere. So it's not reliant on any particular, atmosphere or magnetic pull to be able to travel. It creates its own.
Right.
It is what he called the masterpiece of mechanics. It's a mechanical object, but it's a mechanical object that is almost like a life form in and of itself.
Wow.
Because it is a man-made planet, as he described. Moreover, these planes are able to move at such phenomenal speeds and with these just crazy maneuverability, because the Honorable Elijah Muhammad said very plainly that a plane made like a wheel can go in any direction at any time.
Wow.
Woof.
Wow. Wow.
And he was teaching this stuff, and the nation been teaching this since the 30s. And now we're looking at the reports of these Navy pilots and Air Force pilots who are talking about how these wheels been making these stopping on a dime in midair and then traveling at a velocity that they don't think any human can travel at, because they went and they clocked them at 13,000 miles per hour, and then it went straight up and then over here. And you hear the reports where the pilots that have come forth now are saying in words that these wheels have been screwing with us. They use terms like they wanted the pilots to let them know that we see you.
Right.
They would do all kind of movements and then travel over here, just showing you who's in charge, who's more superior.
Unbelievable.
So yeah, man. And the most comforting thing is knowing that that power is here for us and is on our side.
Right.
So we thank God for fulfilling what he said he would do in all these scriptures.
Right. Right.
No so we living in the right day and time. We just need to make sure we standing with the right man.
That's right.
During this day and time.
That's right. That's right. And brother, give them all your information, where they can get your books, the social media, and because I got to bring you back so we can really, because I got so many just questions I'm curious about, but I appreciate you so much for just dropping this information on. Give them your information, family.
Of course, that information, I can be contacted through our website, which is nationbrothers.com. And on our website, we have access to many of our resources, our books, like UFOs and the Nation of Islam, and other books that we have. Again, just go to nationbrothers.com. We also have what has been all the rage now, is the first installment of our documentary series, Answered, where we show and prove just how the Honorable Elijah Muhammad and the Honorable Minister Farrakhan, how the Nation of Islam has already answered the truth about this so-called UFO phenomena before they even had questions about them. And the answers are still here today. And we still challenge anybody to come, see if you can disprove this truth that we're laying out. So Answered, our books, the documentary, our books, everything, these resources can be obtained either on or through nationbrothers.com. So we hope that you'll check us out. And even, of course, our beekeeping course, of the many things that I do a lot of stuff. I'm also a beekeeper and a beekeeping instructor. And we have courses available for those interested in becoming beekeepers. So yeah,
people don't understand the importance of bees, man,
and
farming and gardening and all that, man. That's the beauty. I used to be afraid of bees until I started trying to learn a little bit about, farming and gardening and all. Now I gained so much respect for the bees after that. I ain't even scared of them no more.
Oh yes, look, man, they are essential to our livelihood. So, brother, thank you again. Again, I can be reached at nationbrothers.com or on social media, Twitter, Instagram at Ilya Rashad, ILIARASHAD at Ilya Rashad.
We'll put all the information in the description, bro. Thank you so much again. I'm looking forward to seeing the presentation this weekend. And brother, continue your great work, family member. Much love to you and much success to you moving forward. Brother Iliad Rashad, Muhammad. I'm sorry, big brother.
Yes, sir.
K-Rino Radio, man. See y'all real soon. Peace and blessings.
Peace, peace.